bookworms.
I'm Book Mouse.
And I'm Book Kitty. And this is
our BookNook.
This week we were supposed to read a book that Book Mouse had chosen, which was
Friday by Robert Heinlein.
But life has kind of gotten in the way, and neither one of us have really had a chance to reread or read it in its entirety up to this point. So instead, we're gonna have kind of a random video, random talk. Yeah. Stay tuned and see why we didn't do our homework. When we started our channel, we had enough time, we had scheduled it in and done our analysis of our lives and had determined that we could do a book a week. Read a book a week, do a film a video a week about that book, and so on and so forth. And that schedule was working for quite a while, pretty well for us. Unfortunately, some things have come up lately that interfere with that.
Yeah, you know, husband, kids, work, school, life.
Writing, for me, writing, website building, author platform building, you know, trying to do some extra videos that are a little bit outside of our book review topic. So that puts more editing on my plate, which is fine. I love the editing, which is apparently uncommon amongst like author tubers and booktubers. The editing is the worst part, but for me, I love it. But it is just a little bit too much at this point, and I need to focus a little bit more on my writing because I am now editing my first book and writing short stories and a blog and all of that. So I've added to my plate there. That being said, in order to balance things out,
we are going to spread it out a little bit and do every other week
for our book reviews.
We'll
still have a video every week.
We're just going to spread the book reviews out so that, one, we have more time to read the book. For a while there, we had one copy of a title, and I would have like 2 days to read it. She'd have 2 days to read it. Then we'd have to shoot, do all the editing. It was really hard, especially if I was struggling to finish the book, or it was a book that I kind of didn't entirely like, so I was dragging my feet. But then, you know, it's not fair to y'all for constantly to have I didn't finish it, or
which has been happening a little bit more often.
It has, especially with, you know, things that are going on right now. I'm finding that the time I was able to set aside at home is gone. And with the semester starting up again and I'm in school again, it's just going to be really hard for me because now I'm going to have homework.
Like real homework.
Real homework. So we thought what we would do is do the book review video every other week. And that might even give us a chance to look at maybe a little bit bigger books, because we've actually been trying to get smaller books.
We've been trying to do about 300 pages or less every week.
Right.
Because that's about all we could do, especially when we're sharing books. Where, you know, I don't have the whole week to read it. She doesn't have the whole week to read it because we have to trade it.
And so this will give us an opportunity to have more time to really read the book and really get to discuss it beforehand before we shoot our video. It will give us a chance to maybe explore a little bit bigger books that might have a little more plot, you know, in-depth story that spans generations, for example.
More character development, yeah.
Right. So we could really start delving into some books that we've actually looked at, but we're like, oh man, no.
Don't have time.
We don't have time. There's no way we're going to be able to do this in a week. So.
And for a while there, I thought, you know, we could do, you know, read a longer tome while we're doing the short ones, but even that, like, it's hard enough to do the short ones with our schedules. So
and to keep 2 books going at the same time.
I've got 3 going right now. Or I just finished one.
I've got 2. But it's like, so you have your personal pleasure reading, then you have your just gotta do it reading, and then I'm already, you know, gearing up for my textbook. it's a lot of reading and
a lot of like switching your brain from thought process to thought process. Like for me with the switching from my own world that I'm creating and that I have to find plot holes and inconsistencies in to really flesh it out, and then trying to change my brain over to like, okay, now I need to read. But then when I'm reading,
you're still thinking about your world.
I'm still thinking about my world and how their world can like influence things that I need to change and haven't figured out how in my world. And so I'm still thinking in that like author frame mind instead of reader frame mind, which doesn't allow me to properly analyze the book I'm reading to then have something worthwhile to contribute on our videos. We were talking about the library the other day, and I had tried to search for a book. My favorite author tuber is Jenna Moresi, Writing with Jenna. She is one of our sponsored channels. It's, a matter of fact, the only channel that I have featured on our actual channel. It's in one of the tabs on our main channel page. Anyway, Writing with Jenna, if you're a writer, just so watch her videos. But I was trying to request her book through the library because I don't have the funds to purchase the book right now, though I will one day, just simply to, support her. I went online to our library's website and I did the search and I got no search results. And it said that it was looking through the interlibrary loan and everything and found nothing.
Oh.
So I saw an option. Hey, you didn't find what you were looking for? Make a request for us to purchase a book to then loan out. And I was like, okay, cool. That's great. They gave me some other solution. So I filled it all out and I was like, this is my favorite author tuber. I really want to read her book so that I can really learn from her better, et cetera, et cetera. I explained it all out. And I got a message back a few days ago saying, your request has been denied because the book is available through interlibrary loan. But I searched the interlibrary loan and got no search results. So I don't know if maybe the online just searches the local libraries and they actually loan out throughout the country.
Now, they used to. I know when I first started here, when I first moved here and got my library card, like I said, the library's in walking distance from my house and I didn't have a car at the time. So I spent a lot of time there. I would often request books that were not in the local catalog, and I'd have to fill out a card, and initially it was free. I just fill out the card, and they would contact what other library in the country or the state might have the book and call me when it was in, and I had so many days, and there's no renewing those.
Yeah,
you have to read them and turn
there.
them back. And then they started charging a small fee. It was like $1.50. Okay, I can pay that. Then it was like $2.50.
That's because their funds got cut by the government.
Yeah. And seriously, that's a huge problem with libraries. Funding is always being cut. They're always on a shoestring budget. They're always struggling to be able to meet current need, to be honest. And our city actually does something kind of unique with our libraries. Several of the city libraries have been adjoined to high schools. So,
sorry guys, I know that you're probably hearing the wind. It is really windy out right now and it's just howling through my windows. So if you're hearing that background noise, I'm so sorry.
Yeah, we've been listening to that all day
and all night. I woke up to it.
Yeah, so it's pretty bad, but so they have connected the libraries to the high school, and so they get a little bit of funding from the high school because they have a student only section, but they do that to help alleviate
instead of having a library, a public library, and then a school library, and having to staff and stock both.
You just have the one.
Yeah.
And it's worked well for our town, but at the same time, there's some... it can be frustrating.
There's some side effects that come with having teenagers in your library in the middle of the day.
Yes. But our library actually has a really nice setup. The one by my house, we have the children's room.
Mm-hmm.
We have a separate reading room that is just couches and chairs.
And then there's the whole separate meeting room.
Yes, and it's walled off, like glass walled off with a separate door, so you're not bombarded with noise from the meeting room. And it's a pretty good size. And there's a patio outside.
Mm-hmm, yeah.
And they actually have started carrying, our library carries media now, so you can check out DVDs, Blu-ray discs, CDs. There's a lot of variety now. And plus they have the public use computers, printing options. So, it's becoming it's a study place, which is nice because I'm going to be hitting it a lot. But, it can sometimes get a little bit noisy in the middle of the day when the high schoolers are running through it, trying to grab last minute stuff
And finding books where they don't belong.
yeah, that I have seen. But yeah, for the interlibrary loan thing though, we may have to
I'm thinking I have to actually go there and talk to the library.
somebody.
Yeah.
So I think we'll try that at our next library trip.
Yeah.
Go talk to them, and like I said, librarians there to help you.
Mm-hmm.
So go in there. If you got a question, you can't find something, you don't know what you're looking for, you need help with the card catalog. Oh my God, y'all are spoiled. Online card catalog. I'm old enough. I remember having to sit my butt down in the little bitty drawers with the little bitty cards and have to paw through them for 40 minutes to find the one card I need, just to find out that the book's not in stock.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I remember that.
So yeah, enjoy your online catalog.
I remember when my hometown library switched from the physical card catalog to the computer catalog.
Can you imagine having to type all those little bitty cards? Because they were all typed.
The typewriter too.
Yeah.
You remember the little typeface?
So.
And the little ink stains.
And pencil notes on the side if there was a note.
What bothered me was when the cards got that thing pulled out.
Oh,
and then they were all just, you couldn't get them through the holes anymore.
Reminiscing of the bygone days of a library.
So even though we didn't do the video we said we were going to do, thanks for joining us anyway.
Join us next week. We are going to be taking a look at Friday by Robert Heinlein.
And don't forget to check the description below, where we will list where you can purchase each book that we review, including used book sources, and the links on where you can find us on Facebook, Instagram, Twitter, Goodreads, and Patreon.
Speaking of Patreon, you can now become a patron at one of 3 tiers, starting at just $3.
Join us for all sorts of fun shit, like early access to our weekly videos,
behind-the-scenes footage, shout-outs, bloopers, and more.
Become a patron at any tier and gain access to our all-new exclusive live chat community.
And as always, don't forget to hit that big red button, subscribe, and ring the bell in front of it so that you can always be notified when we post a new video.
We post book review videos every other week on Mondays at 2 p.m. Central, and then we post extras on the opposite weeks, as well as sometimes on Tuesdays or Saturdays.
Well, that's all for today. This has been Book Mouse
and Book Kitty, and we are now signing off.